welcome back. We're still here at the North American Blockchain Summit. We are at our last segment of the day, day 3 of the conference, day 2 of our coverage. I'm Mark Hopkins. I am here with Loudmouth.Eth. Adam, you were in the studio last week with us at the Web3 Ready show, and you brought a friend, Prince Whiting.
The real estate mogul, baby.
Right.
Fort Worth, Dallas.
So
Fort Worth,
you
baby.
have you've said a few times that you were you've been going to crypto shows since 2017, and you're happy to have one in your backyard finally.
Yes.
And
so I'm so excited.
Been dazzling people with the jacket here
as always. These DJs are suckers for a couple $100 sparkly jacket.
So what has been your impressions of the show? This is probably a little bit different than the normal NFT show.
Yeah, there's a lot more bankers, investors, politicians here.
Yeah.
But Money 2020 in Vegas a few weeks back got me primed and ready.
Right. Yeah. That's good conditioning.
Yesterday, I dressed down a little bit, and everybody was like, I love your outfit. And I said, well, I knew that more conservative people would be dressed down. And they're like, you're dressed down?
Yeah.
I said, wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Green shoes.
And I
green
still
jacket.
didn't bring it all the way out.
No.
Killing it.
Yeah, that's great. So, what is your? Are you familiar with blockchain space? Do you go to one of these shows?
Honestly, only what Mr. Loudmouth has taught me.
Okay.
The past couple of years. He's actually a client of mine, mentor of mine, and he has been introducing me and just telling me to get into this industry for almost about 2 years now.
Okay.
And just listening to him, seeing what he has done in this industry and how popular he's gotten, actually just the amount of work and the revenue he's earned has been very appealing and intriguing to me. So definitely that's why I'm here.
What's the most important thing that he's taught you about this industry?
I would say just showing up and just being your brands, promoting your brands, promoting the NFT that he has, and just he always wears it
right
on his neck, and people want to see that, want to take a picture with it. That's a big deal.
That's right. Yeah,
it's a big deal. So
it's my phygital. It's physical and digital. So Bored Ape Yacht Club 9946, and people are mesmerized by it. 7.5 carats of diamonds, almost 100 grams solid gold. People want to take pictures, and that gives me the ability to onboard new people and to start a good conversation about blockchain technology, NFTs, Web3, and just like my buddy Prince here, I know that he is killing it in the real estate game. And if we can start doing some fractionalized real estate on blockchain, it's game over. Because if I rent this building, they're going to call me if the roof starts leaking.
Mm-hmm.
But when I rent my Bored Ape, the roof never leaks. And I can put it in my pocket and go anywhere in the world. And I could sell it to somebody anywhere in the world that would probably be more interested in something digital than physical that's thousands of miles away.
I will say that's the direction we're going. I literally was at one of my broker opens today with one of my title reps, and I, honest to God truth, this is what we talked about today, was about how the industry is changing into blockchain. Like with title, you're going to be able to in the future purchase a home via blockchain or through
a smart contract,
and just like instantly. It hasn't been developed just yet, but it's happening.
So think about it this way.
Title companies are afraid right now for it.
The number one fraud is real estate loans right now, right in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And if there was, say, an NFT on the blockchain that had this little stamp that runs through every title company, then just think the ones that don't have it aren't going to be able to, or they're going to be able to still be scammed. The ones that do have it cannot be scammed because it's literally on the blockchain for everyone to see. So then what do you think the industry is going to do? They're probably going to start making everybody require it. Mm-hmm. So if you could come out with like a NFT title lock or something like that to where you could have to put that NFT on it once all the due diligence has been done, they could just add that service into their pricing and at the closing, and then you start putting all the real estate and all the portfolios on the blockchain. And then the ones that don't, once that momentum started happening, then the institutions are going to start requiring it because they're still getting scammed by everybody else, but they're not getting scammed by the ones that have this NFT, this title lock on it, because, you can't.
I would say also convenience and time. Is if you can purchase a house in a second or in a minute, and the title's already been cleared, that's a big deal for consumers. Because it takes, it could take 2 weeks, especially if you're in a country somewhere or anything like that, where you have to wait for the county to abstract it, and it's already there. It's a big deal. So,
and a lot of that comes from them having to do their due diligence, title searches, all those things. So if this has a lock on it through the title search with the NFT on the blockchain, then it's transparent for everybody to be able to see immediately. You could transact. I could send him Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever on the blockchain and buy his house like that immediately through a smart contract and no need for anything.
The real estate market is ready to be disrupted, so it's time.
Right.
It's a revolution, baby. Let's go.
Right. So, I don't disagree. This is something that's been talked about going back to, I mean, like real estate on the blockchain has been a trend since, I would say, 2016, 2017. It's, I think, technologically has been like a feasible thing. It's been difficult to get adoption, mostly because of how, I guess there's not a top-down approach. Like it's all handled at the county level, and there's so many counties in America. Getting standardization has been difficult.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's one of those things that standards will emerge over time, and I think we're going to get there.
I believe it.
If you think about it, if every title company just put it on one of the line items and say, it's $99, then you give a percentage of that to the local government, it could raise millions and millions of dollars every month for the local government, so that everybody could have that going on.
Absolutely.
And it makes better schools, better roadways, better, municipals. And as soon as they figure that out, that's what's going to happen. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're in that space, start building or reach out to me or Prince, and we will work something together and collaborate, and we'll take over this entire industry.
It's time to disrupt it.
It's coming.
It's time to disrupt it, baby.
So, tell me a little bit. So, were you here for the Wednesday the Wednesday sessions?
I wasn't here
Thursday.
I came Thursday afternoon and then today.
Okay, so which of the talks have you caught today, and what were your thoughts? Were you here for Vivek and RFK, or were you here for Cruz and Loomis?
No, but I did meet him at Bitcoin Miami.
Okay,
and so he is he's so-called proclaiming no tax on that, and he's pro Bitcoin. So regardless of what he was in the past, he is now very outspoken about it.
Right.
And so hopefully he keeps his word. I'm a little lenient or a little reluctant
leery on these politicians.
A little reluctant on listening to any politician,
right? Because
they are they're funded by a lot of people that ask them for favors. So that's the one thing that people were so bullish on Donald Trump, is nobody could tell him what to say or what not to say,
right,
or when to shut up. He was self-funded, and he was going to do whatever he wanted to do.
He definitely, if someone did tell him to shut up, he definitely didn't listen to that. Maybe to his own detriment. We'll see. But hey, he at least he had his own voice. So what sessions have you caught? What talks have you caught that spoke to you? Have you heard anything that was interesting at the show this week that you had?
To be honest, I did not listen to any of the talks.
Okay.
Because as soon as I walked in, I went to the restroom and got caught with a cameraman, and he asked to do an interview
in the restroom.
So I walked out, walked right in the front, did a first interview. Then I got caught for another interview. Then some people wanted to take pictures.
Loudmouth.
So I never even made it to the stage, and I haven't completely got around it, because both days I've been bombarded with pictures and videos and interviews.
So tough to be you. So tough.
I know. It's poor me.
Yeah.
God.
I love it.
So tell me about the conversations then. So what are the conversations you're having?
Well, a lot of people still don't understand blockchain and understand what's going on. So they asked me to simply explain NFTs and certain things like that. And then just asked me about what I've been doing, what I do in the space. And then asked me about like the event, which, like I said before, it's 20-minute drive. So
right.
I'm pumped about it.
You gotta love that.
Next year, I hope to see a lot more crypto YouTubers that are educating people in this space, and some DGen NFT projects, maybe setting up some booths, some coins, maybe like VeChain, Algorand, HBAR, Ethereum, Cardano.
I am surprised that Hedera's not here. Hedera used to be a really strong member of the Texas Blockchain Council, and because they're based here in Dallas.
Yeah, I will reach out to their accountant because he's a good buddy of mine.
We should get them back inside the fold. Yeah.
I guess it probably because the bear market, they'll be back. Everybody's back.
Yeah.
And they've been pumping the last few weeks, so
yeah,
let's freaking go.
The pump happened a little bit too late for them to get all their checks in, to have their booths
because they
and whatnot. Yeah,
now HBAR, so there's this awesome new organization that's came out called Karate Combat.
Okay,
it's a karate.com, and they actually have a karate coin that's on HBAR.
Okay,
and so that's how I got introduced to the accountant there at HBAR Foundation, and so you can watch these karate fights, and there's a live one December. I just got back
to the show, right?
Dominican Republic. I just got back from there on KC 42.
Yeah.
KC 43 is December 15th in Las Vegas, and you can download the app. It's on iOS and Android, and then you actually can bet your karate token on who you are. You can vote
your token, right,
on your token on who's going to win the fight, and if you lose, you don't lose any karate token. But if you win, you get more karate token. Now, how crazy is that?
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
And you can only be on the ground for 3 seconds, so there's no wrestling around. It's actually combat. It's almost like some kumite. The first fight in Dominican Republic was 2 ladies, and it was a bloodbath.
Really?
I mean, ridiculous. That was probably one of the most intense fights that I've seen in the entire the whole event.
Right.
Out of every combat that I've watched.
Right.
They're really excellent and doing some really good things. And they're not asking the Web3 space for anything. They're actually only onboarding and bringing new people into the space because the token aspect is just an added value, because they were just on Joe Rogan. They were, they've got, I think, almost 1.5 million on Instagram, almost 1 million on YouTube. Their app is blowing up. I mean, they're really doing big things and just bringing new people in. And so they're going to go with or without the karate token aspect, but they know that that's the future. And so I think it's the one thing when mass adoption comes in that'll pivot them to kind of maybe get as big, if not bigger, than the UFC.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Because they're going at it right now like that. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
And they're keeping it interactive too with the app.
Yeah, they said they did a
keeping it more
study,
interactive.
and the majority of people that watch a sporting event, I think it's like some crazy percentage, over 70, 80% more people will watch the entire event if they have something leveraged against it.
I mean, these are kind of the fun stories, like fun and odd applications of crypto and blockchain that I usually expect to hear about in a bull market, like, because you hear all kinds of crazy stuff, and these little, I mean, they're interesting use case stories, right? Like things that this made this better, or this helped enhance this part of a user experience or whatever with a coin or an NFT or a piece of art or something like that. But you don't hear a ton of those kind of, I mean, I know we talked about this a little bit through Reddit. You say you've been in a bull market for like technically the last year, but like
things have been going up since
it's
December.
been kind of a crab walk though, right?
Yeah, it's been sideways. It's the beginning stages of the slow. So some people think bull market is when it shoots up to the moon,
right? And
then people that are in the space understand that the bull market is when it starts to go up,
right?
And it's been starting to go up since December of last year,
right?
And so if you look at the prices last year, December, we are above that. So we're technically in a bull market. Now, I would say closer to the end, about this time next year, is when we'll be in the bull market.
Sure.
Let's go to the moon.
Right. Yeah. LFG.
Yeah. Let's break it. Go, baby.
To the moon.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and we got Sohail in as a DJ now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right after the Web3 ready.
Yeah.
And
now he has.
What was the project?
The one he asked for was the Chimpsons.
Yeah. The Chimpsons
are the one he liked. And then now he's into the Lazy Ape Yacht Club, the Lazy Ape Fishing.
Dang.
So He's with the leather jacket, right?
Yeah, he's aping in on projects I haven't even heard of. That's he's gonna lap me soon. Okay, so any other kind of like parting thoughts here? Like you bring, I think, a unique element to the crowd, not just that you've been in the site, been in for an extra cycle than a lot of the folks that are here, but the crowd here is somewhat more academic and policy focused when it's not enterprise focused, whereas you are kind of come at it
Fun.
Well, you bring the fun. I'm trying to find
simplicity,
right, but you're from it's clearly a more on the ground culture. You're not like
boots on the ground.
Yes,
Yeah, all right, gotcha.
So that's where you see where I'm going. Sometimes it takes
a lot of people here are not. They're not really active in this space.
Right.
They're just interested because they know it's gonna be.
Right.
And so that just shows you how early we are. And by the looks of me and the way that I talk, most people wouldn't understand that, I used to wear those suits like these guys.
That's what I'm saying. So how many cycles do you think it's going to take before this event looks like you? Like how many more years of this event? Because I want to be.
I've never met anybody like me. So I don't know how many cycles that would take.
But I was commenting with somebody earlier on the show this week because I've been in since 2011, and when I first started coming to crypto events, it was like I was wearing a Bitcoin Not Bombs T-shirt last night, which first came. I think I got it in 2013 at a San Francisco Bitcoin meetup.
This guy bought Bitcoin in 2013.
2011 actually.
2011.
You held it, huh?
I bought that shirt in 2013.
He bought the shirt,
and
but
when I was at that meetup, it was
believer.
Andreas Antonopoulos was there, and some big folks from the Bitcoin Foundation. Robert Scoble was at the event, so it was like a early adopters meeting. But like everybody looked like you and me, like dressed as a character, either a big hat or a shiny jacket or something, and it's slowly moved away from that and gotten like. We pretend to be more serious, but we're all playing with the same tech, and we're all here because we're here at some level for the speculative wave. We want to be early to innovation.
Well, the cool thing about it is so early that there's a culture being built. And if you go towards more of the DGen NFT culture, it's more wild and fun like me, but yet still very smart individuals.
Well, you're a smart individual.
But I'm telling you, there's a lot of people way smarter than myself. I'm a very simple guy that understands things simple.
Sure.
Explain them simple.
We're smart enough to explain it, but there's guys that are way
I have no idea what they're doing, right? But I know they're doing something. They're doing something really well, and they're really smart.
Right.
And so I just think that this next cycle, this next bull run, the next blockchain summit, the next North American blockchain summit, I believe that there'll be a lot more characters like me. There'll be some more NFT boosts, crypto boosts. And so I just think that it's a way that we're building that culture of expression.
Yeah.
And that's what's so big in the art of the NFTs is,
so he'll show
look at that. Look at that, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because when a kingdom takes over a kingdom, the first thing that they do is they bring in their ways, their art, their food, their music, and that's what NFTs is doing.
Yeah.
So it's actually building a culture and an uprising and a revolution in the fintech industry, and the real estate industry, and the way that Web 2 is doing business. So the goal is not to rug Web 3 or rug Web 2 for Web 3, or you have to vice versa. It's apply successful Web 2 business with Web 3 technology,
right,
and then build that culture going forward. So I think that it'll even out a little bit because it's absolutely wild right now, because it's like we're headed to the west to start digging for gold, right? And the person that sells the pickaxes and the shovels is the one that's going to make the most money.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Don't be the one digging. Be the one selling the tools and utilities to dig.
What the biggest company that it still exists to this day from the gold rush?
I think Wells Fargo. They sold pickaxes and shovels.
The next biggest company is Levi Strauss.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to have some jeans.
That's right. Sell the utility, right?
So clothing is pretty big Yeah, and clothing NFTs are starting to come out too. So
I just got this guy just sent me some sneakers actually while my phone is dead. Releasing tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, you're good. He sent me an NFT sneaker that is, I believe there's some dunks that are coming out.
yeah,
That
so
they're gonna
Nike,
release
Nike,
NFT. Yeah.
Nike is in the space already.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's a big
they
deal.
have
Just heard about it today.
Yeah, they have a profile pic NFT, and then they actually are starting to come out with shoes, digital shoes and physical shoes.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
I was trying to think there was something that was launched with the Bored Apes in Hong Kong, but that was car brand that did something.
You said carpet?
The car brand.
Oh, car brand.
yeah, Porsche came out.
can see
Porsche,
Yeah, they had an NFT as well.
right.
So
Yeah, no, we've one of our co-hosts on the network, Dina Abdul. You haven't had a chance to meet, but she's in the fashion space as a line of purses, and she's working like creating an NFT component for that as well.
Wow.
So
yeah, it's coming. So you need to get educated. You need to follow these guys. Make sure that you're learning from what they're teaching, because you can't just Google this stuff. You have to get active. You have to find the right people that actually understand it, and then they're teaching it. Because a lot of people will just use the talk or use a bunch of different words because they know that they don't know it, and they really don't know what they're talking about either. So you be careful out there. Follow the right people.
yeah, and I think that one of the key things that we came away from with the conversation with Mark on his show is you have to learn by doing. Right, that was one of the things that you said.
Absolutely.
And you can't just academically know this stuff. If you're not on the ground actually using the tools, you're not gonna be able to grok it at a level that's required to really make good decisions.
Well, how did you learn real estate? Did you learn real estate in real estate school?
No, absolutely not.
How'd you learn real estate?
No, on the ground, and with my boots on the ground, networking, meeting the right people, and just exposing myself, honestly. Like, it's pretty much what you're doing in this industry. That's what I'm doing in real estate. That's what I've done in real estate. Yeah.
And he does it well. This guy, I met this guy from a cold call.
I cold called you, man.
And he sold my house
Yeah.
in like less than a month.
Cold
The previous realtor couldn't sell it in 3 months, 6 months,
Yep.
and he's boom.
For more, what
She
she
sold it
listed
for more money. He sold it for more money in less than a month, and that was before the boom.
Well, just like what you're doing in marketing, that's exactly what I do for real estate.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have to wrap for the day. So before we do, why don't you guys both say where people can find you and interact with you online and patronize?
So if you want to look for real estate in Dallas-Fort Worth, it is houseofwhiting.com. Houseofwhiting.com, my last name. Also, my Instagram handle is agent4. But if you really want to look at some good content, go to TikTok. I have over 70,000 followers on there. And that is my name, Prince Whiting IV.
Hey, his TikTok is off the chain. I highly recommend.
Working on some really cool content right now. I'm learning golf, so we're incorporating golf. I'm actually going to take you out, and you're wearing that jacket too while we're golfing, something like that.
I don't have 4 hours to hit a little.
We'll do 9 holes or something, but you're going. So that's that. So yeah, stay tuned to that.
Yeah, my favorite person on TikTok, this guy right here. So go to his TikTok.
So follow for the hottest real estate.
Okay.
Let's go.
And Adam, where can we find you?
Me on Twitter, Loudmouth_ETH. And then you can follow me on Instagram at _Loudmouth.Eth.
Get it.
So that is just about a wrap for the North American Blockchain Summit here. We're going to come back one more time with Frank and I. We're going to wrap up the event, and then we will see you on the internets, my friends. So stay tuned for one last segment with Frank and I, and we'll be back right after this.
Let's freaking grow!
Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.